Hey, what's up everybody? It's Omar, 6:32 p.m. in the evening, August 21st, and I want to review my plays for today and just to show you what my watch list tomorrow, probably a couple of the stocks that I'm looking at. Again, I'm on Twitter. If you're not following, if you're not aware, I'm on Twitter, watchotrade. I'm off Facebook, guys, just so you know, so I'm no longer on Facebook. I'm just on Twitter now and YouTube, and I may open Instagram too. I'm not sure, under the watchotrade handle, and just maybe posting stuff there. I'm not sure yet, haven't thought about it, but just to show you guys quickly, on my YouTube page, if you go to playlist, you'll see that I categorized everything. So here are all the videos that I suggest you watch to learn about like day trading, how to go long and short, and everything that I use is, these videos are great. You got a lot of information here. This is about 4 hours worth of content, maybe more actually. So, study hard, go through them and ask me questions. Also, if you go to playlist, what I also did was, people always asking me, what are these things that you use here? Like, what is this? The TTM squeeze and all that stuff. So what I did was I put a link here, indicators that I use on my chart, and these will link you to how you can add those features onto your Thinkorswim account. You need Thinkorswim in order to use this. Thinkorswim is free. You can download it. It's free. All right. You don't even need money in the account to use it. And so what I've been doing is, and you should go back and watch all my videos starting from December of 2016 and go through each one, because as I build my watch list, especially in all these earlier videos, I kind of review like where would I've gone on, where would I've taken a stock short, all that stuff. So it's a lot of information. This is good content to help you, put you in a position to be successful. I'm trying here, guys. You're asking, so I'm trying to, do this. I need you to work with me, though. I need you to like, subscribe, share, so we can grow this thing. All right. Otherwise, I'm just gonna stop it. So, with that said, all right. So Friday, I made a video, August, and here we go. And this video, my watch list build for the 21st. I said, I built the video, and I also told you guys what I was watching, and I said I was gonna be looking for this stock, FALC Force potential short, right? And look what happened. These are the support and resistance lines that I was drawing because I was tracking it pre-market, and you can see pre-market this was resistance, this was support, and it broke it, and this became support, this here was resistance, and it broke it again. And pre-market, this thing got all the way up to 35 cents. And there's a strategy called the gap and go strategy. So I didn't implement it. I should have took a long on it, but I was so, in my mind, I was so focused on shorting this stock that I wasn't even thinking about it. So let me move this down. Level 2, let's take this out of here. All right. So what I was doing was, I was just the market opened and I was just watching it. I should have taken a long on it, because you see, it just had all this volume, all buying, no selling. And if I was smart, what I would have done was, I'll show you now what the gap and go strategy is, and I'll show you how you can play this next time. So you go in, let me change this. So what you do is, right, so this is the pre-market high, right? So this is the pre-market high right here, right? So the market opens. As soon as the stock breaks above the pre-market high, that is your entry, and that's the go. That's the gap and go strategy. And you take it for, you just take it long until you see the selling pressure come in, and then you sell. And what you could do is you just put that trend line that I talk about. So once you go in, you put your trend line. As long as the stock rides the trend, you stay in the stock. So that way you don't have to get worried about where you should get out, because if you look at the stock, let's look at the 1 year. It broke its resistance here, right, which was 33 cents. Its next resistance point was 37 cents, and its next resistance point was after that was at almost 45 cents. It broke the 44 cent mark, so it could have kept going, because the next resistance point was actually 50 cents. It didn't get that high. So for me personally, what I did was when the market opened, I didn't even buy. I was just waiting for my opportunity to short, because to me this stock didn't warrant the movement that it had. And you know, because it's up on some bullshit news, a CEO change. That means nothing. So based on that, I just watched the stock. Let me remove this. Remove this. All I did was I watched the stock as it was grinding up, buying. As soon as I see there's less buying and the actual momentum was changing, right here was the high of day. So at this point, this is what I did. High of day, right? I put my little trend line here, and I see right here this is a lower high. So what is that telling me? It's telling me there's weakness, right? It's weakness. So I right into this candle, I try to short it 100,000 shares. That's like I said I would. I went big. I was trying to short 100,000. I actually should have shorted 500,000 shares. I wish I could have, but I tried to short 100,000 shares, and they didn't have shares. Oh man! Friday there was shares to short, but there weren't no shares available. I was so fucking sad, because look, had I gotten executed here, oh my god, I would have wrote this down, because look, I had my stop set at 45. So as long as it doesn't break above 45, I would have just rolled this bitch down. Look at this, all the way to 32 cents. So I would have got, at a minimum, I would have got 10 cents on 100,000 shares, which would have been like a $10,000 day. So, oh well, should have, could have, would have. But I made over 1,000 today, so I still did good. So, the 3 stocks that I did wind up trading were, and I told you guys all about this on Friday. On Saturday, I think, when I made the video, when I posted it. I think it was Friday I did it. Right? So here you go. So pre-market, stocks moving up. This was on the watch list. Right? Gaps up. This is the pre-market high. So make sure you always put your trend line so you know what the pre-market high is. In the event it breaks above that, you know, it's a good opportunity to take it long, risking the risking the breakout mark. So as soon as you get in, put that stop. Like maybe a couple of cents before, just for like slippage. Maybe 2 cents, 3 cents below it, just for slippage purposes. But you know, just in the event it breaks above it, you could take it for a long. Now, so I see it's here now. What happens, right? Boom! Look at this, lower high. So it's already starting to show weakness in pre-market, right? Sells off. Market opens. Now watch. The market opens. You get the high here. Kind of goes back and forth. So I'm not sure what it's gonna do. So then I see the spike, right? I see spikes. Look what it does. It touches 449. It doesn't break above 449. Why, guys? Because remember, 450 is a psychological resistance barrier. It's a whole number. It's a psychological resistance barrier. But what did that tell me? It spiked up, spiked once, spiked twice, spiked 3 times, but it didn't break above the previous high. So to me, that's showing me weakness, and it's an easy entry. So as soon as I saw that, and as soon as I saw the next candle start fading, I took a short on this. I went in 2,000 shares. I was risking the 450 high, so I had my stop set at 451 for slippage purposes, just in case it bounced above it. So I got executed at 446. So I risked what? 55 cents. 5 cents. So the worst that would happen, what? I would have lost 50 bucks if it went against me. And look at this bitch. It just washed. It just washed. So, you know, I got in 446 and I got out, it was like I want to say I got out somewhere 430. I think I got out at 430, you know. So I did very well. Now, should I have kept holding? Fuck yeah, but I work, so you know, I just can't. But man, look at the opportunity here. And then remember, guys, this is one thing I want to teach you guys. All right, this is great. Like, this is called, I'm gonna teach you a little strategy: sniper dip buying. So why did this? So this is selling off, right? And you see all the selling pressure here, right? Started up here and it came down all the way here, right? Now, why this burst? Want to know why this burst? All the people like me who were shorting the stock covered. So what happens is when you see a momentum shift like this, that's because you're gonna know that the short sellers, they have to buy those shares back. Remember, when you're shorting a stock, you're borrowing shares from your broker, all right? And then you have to literally buy them. So what happened is, right, at 446, right? At 446, I borrowed the shares from my broker, right? I borrowed them at 446. I didn't buy them yet now, right? So eventually I have to buy them back. So so just like me and all the other short sellers, when they buy them back, that causes the price of the stock to spike. So when you see a stock like this and you selling off, you're gonna say, all right, it's gonna be a burst at some point, because all those short sellers are gonna cover and they're gonna take their profit, and you can actually take a quick buy on that momentum shift. So as soon as you see that buying pressure start coming in off the support level, right? Because the 415 now playing support, right? And you see this is that, when you see that candle, a lot of times that's telling you that there's gonna be a reversal. And boom, you could have went long here, risking that, you know, if you wanted to, you could have risked the 413 or 412, you know, and you could have took it for a quick. Now remember, once you're in, you're not sure how long it's gonna move, right? So as long as the bars are staying green, you're staying in. But once you see that pin bar, look, that's the momentum shift right there. You get out. Now what you should do is put your, if you have Thinkorswim like me, what I love to do is I put my stop and I just click. It's really cool. You can like click and drag it up as the stock goes up, so that you can secure your profit. All right, so that's another. And I took another short on FENG. So same thing, FENG. I was already in here. I caught FENG right in. I caught FENG right in here. So I caught FENG right when it broke red, and I got in right, I want to say right about, actually I watched it for a second and then I saw the spike and then I saw it come down, and I got in right here like a 447, risking 450. So I had my stop set at 452 just in case, you know, for slippage purposes, to go above. And I was in and out of this. I think I went in like 2,500 shares. I took it short and it was really quick. I got in and I think it popped here, and like right in, I think I got out, where was it? I think I made like $250. I got out like, I think it made like 11 cents. So I got out like, yeah, I think I got executed, I want to say 448, and I got out, if I don't remember, like 435 or 436. Now, could I have taken this down further? Yeah, but I'm in and out because I'm doing multiple things. So it's very, very difficult for me to stay in stocks, you know. It's because I have a lot going on at work, and I don't trust the Wi-Fi. I mean, I could probably take an iPad with me and just like kind of watch the stocks, but the Wi-Fi sucks so bad that, you know, I'm afraid that, you know, it's not going to work and I'm going to be in a position and it's going to go against me. So I just take my profit, man. I'm good to go there. And then the last stock I traded, and this was kind of like luck. I caught CTRL. Where was it where I caught it? I caught this. I was just looking at plays, and I think it was about, I want to say, yeah, right in here. So I caught the stock right in here where it went from green to red, and I took just like FENG, when it went red for the day, I took a short, risking the previous day's close price. I got short, I want to say 227, and I really wanted to take, and I messed this up. I tried to just short 500 shares, and I accidentally shorted 1,000 shares. And I took it down, and the thing just washed, and then it kind of like bounced, and then it kind of washed, and I covered like right in here. It was a quick one. I got in like, I think I got like, I made like $100 on this stock. It was like, I think I got, no, yeah, about $100, $150. I think it was 150, 158. And those were my plays. There were a lot of plays. There were a lot of stocks, but you know, still don't have the time. So those were my plays. Now I already took the liberty of building my watch list for tomorrow. Let's go. Now, honestly, this is a lot of stocks, right? And you're looking at this like, holy shit, right? It's a lot of plays because there's so much opportunity tomorrow. A lot of stocks move today. Now, you know, I get a lot of questions about buying breakouts and longing. You know, I long, but not as much as I short, because shorting is where all the money is. In my opinion, it's a lot easier. It's a lot less risk, even though people will tell you the lather, because you could have a limited loss with short selling, which is true. But I always have a stop. I'm not crazy. I'm not holding these stocks forever. I'm in and out, you know. So with that said, these are the stocks on my watch list tomorrow. I already posted it to Twitter, so you can see them here, and probably, you know. So let's look at some CEI. This is a stock Look at this. This thing moved because all the oil stocks, I think, move. All the energy stocks moved today. All right, all the oil companies moved again. Now this is what I expect for this to happen tomorrow. What you always want to do is you want to say, okay, what's the next resistance point? So you should look at the chart, and you can say, okay, oh, you know what? It has resistance at 28. What's the high here? 28.99. So, I hate when I do this. 28. I hate when I do this. 28. It's 28.99, but this is 28.90. So, look at that. It's 28.99 is the next resistance, and then 29.70 is the next resistance point after that. So you gotta be careful. What's probably gonna happen tomorrow is that this is gonna start pulling back a little bit pre-market, but my expectation is this is gonna be a great short. But CEI, if the news is still good tomorrow, it may be a good long. Shit, I hate when this happens. But let me go back a year. So you know this is a dog shit company, right? But it's had this big green day. So you could say, okay, what happened the last time it had this green? Look, the last time it had this run where it had a big green day, it moved for like several days. It got as high as up to 45 cents. So this may be a potential swing trade, you know. See what happens when the market opens, especially for you guys with small accounts. You can size it really heavy, and you know you can take a buy, do that gap and go strategy that I talked about, you know. So, you know, I think at the market open, this is probably going to move a little bit. All right, but we'll see. You know, pre-market will tell you the market. You know, there's a lot of variables. But when stocks holding their highs like this, it's a good sign that the next day it's probably going to move a little bit at the market open for a spike. DXTR, another stock that you know has moved, but look, it got resistance here, 33.09. So if I was going to take an entry on this, I wouldn't do it unless it broke above that. Because, you know, that's what it is, right, guys? Nobody knows what a stock is going to do. Remember, guys, people are like you. They don't know. So they need some sort of catalyst to get in a stock. So, you know, a lot of people, it's around here. 33.09 is the next resistance point. Now, if you're looking at that, after 33.09, you got 37. There's another resistance, 35. So 35 and then 37 and then 40. A lot of resistance going up. So, you know, you don't really know what the stock is going to do. Unfortunately, I can't short any of these stocks. You know, sometimes they're hard to short. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, if there's a lot of volume at the market open, I might take a quick, you know, glance on it. But I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to be looking at either one of these at the open. I put them on here for you guys so that you can kind of look, do your due diligence, and decide whether or not it's worth you trading. All right, I just showed you. Now, the reason why I put this dog shit on here, KGF, it's a clear pump and dump, right? It's a bankrupt company. Now, look at this. It got crazy volume. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It had no volume, really. But it moved crazy. Look how much it moved. Now, the reason why this is on my watch list, now, watch. If you go back a year, you don't see, it's at its yearly high, right? It had the yearly breakout here, 29 cents, right? And that could have been a long. That could have been an entry to take it long. So now watch, I have to go back, let me show you, 3 years. 3 years. 3 years. Oh no, I'm sorry guys, let's do this. Let's say 3 years, let's do this. Oh man, I'm sorry, let's do that. Let me do this again. Let's do 5 years. I thought I was going crazy. I thought this stock, there was, let me just do the, sorry guys. I know I'm not going crazy. I put this on my watch list because this stock, the last time I had this kind of momentum, it went all the way to $2. Let me show you guys. Let's do 15 years. Let's do enough. Yeah, here we go. So back in 2010, this stock went from 25 cents to $2.70. This shit did this in 1 day. Can you believe that? Imagine that. So, and because I saw this crazy spike, I have a feeling that the pump is on, and this stock might continue to run. Now I don't think it's gonna go all the way up to this, but tomorrow if I see a little volume, I'll take a 3,000 share position and I'll have a stop set. Maybe, you know, depending on maybe like the previous, maybe at VWAP, maybe at the previous close price, and just watch it move. So I may be looking at this stock, even though it's dog shit. And I don't recommend this, but I may, me personally, because I seen what these stocks can do, these shitty companies stocks can do, and because there was so much volume, I have a feeling that there's a pump is on, and this shit is gonna start running for days and days and days. I could be wrong. We'll see. We'll see. So I'm gonna take a small position on it. I'm gonna use a stop, and we'll see what happens. More than likely, I'm gonna take this long tomorrow. FALC. You know, this stock ripped pre-market, got up to 45 cents, and look at that. That's why I like shorting, because the stock went up, lower high, and you just take it for the wash, man. It's so predictable. You know, IFON. There's a stock, another stock that's holding its highs that, with a catalyst, has potential to move. Look, the last time, look what happens. Usually, it has 2 green days in a row when it moves. Look, 2 green days, 2 green days. Here, it had 4, 3 green days. Sort of a 2 green days, and you know, kind of gapped up and then pulled back. So what do I think is going to happen tomorrow at the open? It's probably going to move to 50 cents. Now, this has resistance all the way up, you know, so it's not like it doesn't, but because it has this habit of doing this repeat patterns, history repeats itself. I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow this stock spikes to 50 and then pulls back, maybe more. All right, so that's what I'm looking at, you know. And then you got BITCF. It seems to be moving again. Look, it kind of double topped here and came back down, but you know, it's had 3 red days, but you know, it's starting to grind back up slowly. So we'll see. As long as Bitcoin is popping, it's gonna be popping. And then you got like 10,000 other stocks here. Now, I'm not gonna go through each one because this video is probably long enough, and I don't want to lose you, you know, because you're probably gonna get bored. Let me know if you like these, you like the detail. You know, I'll keep them long, but I'm trying to keep them no longer than 15 minutes. 10 really, I would like. What I'm looking at tomorrow, really, guys, is PGNX. Why? Because PGNX, look at the last time it had this crazy move, it got up to 604, and look at the wash. For 2-3 days, it washed. So I'm hoping that tomorrow it'll pull back. Also, SPGL, look at this, it was 577 at $6. So a lot of these stocks, this is what I love. I love to see gaps like this. Stocks that gap up, and look, they're all easy to borrow to short into. You know, so what I'm looking for are the stocks that really rip, like Sequoia Mining. This is only moving because the sector's moving. Normally it doesn't trade that way, and it's had 4 green days. So you know what? It's probably gonna wash. Look, every time it has a run, it pulls back. Every time it has a run, it pulls back. So I'm looking for a wash, man, to short into, a nice easy wash. I just haven't decided which one I'm gonna probably short, because I got so much opportunity with all these stocks. Look at all of these. DYN, another one that moved from 927 to 999. Doesn't mean they're not gonna continue up, but I like to short. Look at this. Well, nothing to borrow. This is a stock. This is the stock that I would have shorted tomorrow, because this thing went from 8 to 12. You know, people are gonna take profit, but nothing to borrow. So if you have Interactive Brokers, E-Trade, one of these others, see if they have shares to short and look to see if there's gonna wash tomorrow. I would have loved to have shorted VERR. Are you kidding me? You know, but look at this FCAU. The last time it had a move, it washed. You know, half time it had to move, it just kind of washed all day. I shorted this the other day, so you know, it's up because of I think there's a merger or some company maybe buying them, but you know, people are gonna take some profit. FCX, another one. Look at this. It went from 14 to 1489 to 14. Look at the last time it got up in this range. Look what happened the next day. Gave it all back. That's what I'm hoping. So tomorrow, FCX, I'll be looking to short. PGNX, I'll be looking to short. It's too many plays. It's crazy. Look at all this. These are all stocks that are just ripping. It doesn't mean that they're not going to continue up. I just like to short the washes because they're simple. All right, and they're not that stressful. Look at these stocks. Look at THC, went from 14 to 17. Look at this. Look at this. It was $12 2 days ago. This thing is a monster right now. You know, so you know, it's a lot of these stocks look really good. They're holding in highs. Like NTLA is up. It's probably gonna move. I would be looking to see if this is gonna continue up to 17.99 and then short it down, and then it's probably gonna pull back. So look for NTNA for continuation up. You know, so These are the stocks that I'm looking at. I put these stocks on my watch list because they hold their highs. Any stock that's holding their highs like this is gonna be volatile. This one I just had because I'm waiting. Look at this. This thing went from 22 to 24, and it's just been holding support. So you know, you might get another leg up. And these are all bullshit analysts, but they're all, everybody's big on the stock. You know, so maybe this has another push up. I'm hoping that it's gonna crack the $24 mark, because once it goes that, this thing's gonna wash. So I'm just waiting to see what it's gonna do. Is it gonna go up, or is it gonna finally crack? We'll see. So this is what I'm looking at, guys. Look at this. Look at this. This thing went from 36 to 38, and then look at the wash. I mean, come on, man. This is crazy. Look at that. You know, you catch that double top right here, and you just short right into this, risking your high. If you catch it, and just take it down. You know, and then look, you dip by it. These are what's this, guys? These are all the people that were shorting the stock, covering it, and you just take the dip by right here. When you see that, we see that transition, and then what you do is, if you see support there and you see it's getting some volume, right? Oh, there's volume coming in, and then boom, you take it, just put your trend line, and just ride the trend. As long as it doesn't break the trend, your trend's your friend. You stay in. All right, so. Hope you found this helpful. Hope you found this useful. And, you know, please like, subscribe, and send me questions. All right? Later.